We're here at Intelligentsia Coffee with my friend Jordan Schlansky. Now, Jordan, you consider yourself a bit of a coffee expert, do you not?
I enjoy coffee.
You enjoy coffee. And you enjoy coffee to the point that you purchased, with show money, a espresso maker. Is that right? And had it placed near your office?
It was a reasonable purchase.
Reasonable purchase, but you didn't ask me first.
It's not out of line with the normal status quo of the office.
Did you ask me first?
No.
Anyway, we've established the point that Jordan stole from me and bought an espresso machine. That's how much he loves coffee. This gentleman right here is Sam. Is that right, Sam?
Yep.
Sam, good to see you.
Yeah, right.
What does intelligentsia mean? Is it an Italian word?
It's an old political party during the wars.
I see. Do you know Italian?
It's not an Italian word.
Okay. All right. But do you know what it means, intelligentsia?
I was just told it was an old political party during the war.
You being a wise ass with me right now? That's what he just said.
That's why I was told.
Don't with me, all right? I'll take that coffee machine away from you and I will stuff it down your pants. I will turn on that espresso machine, get it going with hot liquids, and I will shove it down the front of his pants and watch it cook his scrotum. And then you will add some latte. Jordan, I see you eyeing this. Do you want to buy this for the office? This is the same screen that Jordan sees in his mind every time he tries to register an emotion. Look familiar? Jordan, tell us what you know about the roasting process.
Well, it's important that when coffee is brewed, the beans are at the right level after the roast. Too soon, the beans are still degassing. Too late, the beans have become stale.
I degassed about 3 minutes ago. I love this. That's my favorite label that I've seen in a long time. I don't know if you can see that. Bean probe. I must consult the bean probe. What kind of bean is in there?
That's a coffee from Guatemala.
That's a Guatemalan bean. Do you like a Guatemalan bean?
I expect it's 100% Arabica. That's the trend today in most modern coffee shops, although traditionally speaking, the espresso in Italy was a combination of Arabica and Robusta. And the problem with single origin is that often there's one flavor profile.
So, for your perfect cup of coffee, Jordan, what do you want to taste?
Yeah, what's your perfect cup of coffee?
My underlying flavor profile is chocolate.
Isn't that called Coco? Isn't that what kids drink? Why don't you just have a cup of cocoa in the morning?
What you're saying is not logically sound. I'm
Why?
talking about a flavor profile of chocolate within coffee.
How do you like your meat?
Medium rare to rare.
See? So, for coffee, a lighter roast is essentially a more medium rare than a well done.
I don't agree with that analogy.
You're disagreeing with the coffee expert?
Coffee is like black truffles. Its true flavor comes out only through heat.
Hold me back. Kill you! Kill you! Take it back! Look at it. It's perfect. Has anyone ever fallen into this machine and been mixed in with the beans accidentally? And when they went to drink it, it was filled with human bone and blood and gore? Jordan, why don't you take a closer look? Jordan, just lean in. Okay, Sam, tell us, where are we now?
We're in the cupping room.
The cupping room, and we are joined by the beautiful Eden.
Yes.
So we're going to taste some coffee now. Tell us what to do.
So each of these 3 cups is the same coffee. Some are blends, some are single origin coffees.
What kind of flavors are you tasting?
I'm getting coffee on this side of my mouth. And over here I'm getting more coffee. And on the front I'm picking up strong hints of coffee. What are you getting, Jordan?
A is fruitier.
Are you getting a
Guava.
mango? Getting a guava?
Mango, papaya.
What else?
Papaya.
Papaya? How are you getting papaya?
I'm definitely not getting papaya.
And you're not getting papaya. You know what? You're having a small stroke. That's what's happening. We have to get you to the hospital within the month. I'm really not rooting for you to win.
Do you have a standout favorite, either of you?
I like earthy qualities of certain samples. I like fruitier qualities of other samples.
That he does. Where do you guys stand on, like, putting a flavoring into the coffee? This is one that I enjoy. It's chocolate chip cookie.
We put a lot of effort working with our producers, and then Sam does his wonderfulness roasting. So we typically find that the chocolate chip cookie overshadows the effort.
This is my favorite right now. You see? I'm getting milk, and I'm getting chocolate chip cookie. Just try that, please.
I'm not interested.
Have a sip. Close your eyes. Does that not take you back to childhood when you'd come into the house?
No, it doesn't.
And your mother would say, Jordan, Jordan, I made you some cookies. And then she'd pause and say, why don't you ever make eye contact with me? Get out, you freak.
The cookies weren't made with monoglycerides.
Is this your favorite?
This might be my favorite yet. You know what? Hold on. That's very good.
There is some traditional basis for this drink. Caffè con panna does exist in Italy, although this whipped cream is an artificially processed product once again.
What were you saying?
This is artificially processed and overly sweet. There are no qualities of the cream that come forward. I inhaled a lot of the gas propellant. I have to assume that's dangerous as well.
I think you'd be fine. It only affects, humans. You're good.
I think the real art of espresso in particular as a method of preparation is not so much in the terms of the bean itself, but in the preparation of the bean. I take issue with the way a lot of coffee bars in the United States prepare their espresso.
I would rather watch this table spin than listen to anything you have to say.
Traditionally, espresso is brewed with 7 grams of coffee for 25 milliliters.
Eden, what's going to happen now?
We're going to be making drinks. So I figured we start with espresso, since I've heard that's what you're super into.
The problem with this process here is that, again, I prefer the traditional style of 7 grams of coffee per 25 milliliters of water.
This is our espresso. Try.
Oh, sure.
What do you think?
This is the American style of espresso. It's fruity, it's a little over-concentrated for my taste. I don't like the American coffee culture. What they perceive to be a good espresso is an espresso that has had so much coffee jammed into a small amount of water that they suddenly perceive it as something that they've never tasted before, and therefore it's good.
Get him. Get him, Eden. Get him.
So what we're looking for is we're looking for the proper amount of extraction for each coffee particle.
Based on what criteria?
Based on the actual solubles that we're extracting. But the issue is, if I push it over 22, 23, and I go towards my 30% extraction, those tannins are going to overpower any of the sugars and acids that we had in there.
That was fantastic what you just did. You just whipped him anyway, and I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. You got schooled, son. Dollar bill. For days. Tupac. What do you think we've learned today? Have we learned anything?
I think what we've learned is that coffee, like most of the sweetest things in life, is best enjoyed with people you care about.
I'm gonna throw up.